Hello everyone, today is September 18th, 2024, and for this topic, I just want to say and get it done and over with that this topic is about the Trump 2024 agenda that some people are claiming to say that this is just a new way for Trump to create a whole new government and a whole new country and whatnot, just because they claim to say Trump is the one behind it. Now, I'm going to give you my official answer is that some of this is bullshit because there's this video that I've watched and I was super happy because you should go back and some of you should go back and actually watch my first one if you don't want to. I understand it's like a long video and don't get me wrong, who wants to waste their time doing that and whatnot. But I do want to say is that this, how do I say this? That this agenda that some people claim to say, oh, this is all Trump's doing. It's all about leadership and whatnot. So he's going to become a dictator. And it's obviously the proof is right there. Project 2025 and whatnot. But I'm going to give you my official answer that in this video that explains that Trump does not have full on control of this 2025 agenda. He does not. He, how do I say this? He was not, I'm sorry, trying to wrap my head around the right words. Well, he's not entirely in control of it. And what I'm saying is that he never was aware, he was aware about it, but he was never part of it. In this video, it explains that it was just suggestions during his time in office. Like, one of them he did say that did come from the book, or the entire textbook of 100 and whatever, how many pages there are. I haven't really looked into it as much. But it does explain in one of the parts that Trump actually announced it from. He actually takes one of these ideas from the book and puts it out in the public. This was not recently, but it was before. That it was about risk, raising the budget for security and somewhat staying away from foreign affairs. Something like that, because let's face it, there's no need for us to actually get ourselves in war like Ukraine. Come on, guys, or Iraq. Don't give me I'm just saying in general, there's no need for us to get involved. There was no need for us. Even though some people claim to say, oh, but you rather have someone actually work deals with the communist countries. That's so dictator, that's dictatorship. Oh, so making friends with our enemies is considered dictatorship. Oh, my bad. I almost forgot. It's we almost forgot who what they have compared to what we do. They have nukes and weapons and guns, and then you're gonna pick a fight with them. Yeah, because we're better. No, some of these politicians claim to say that they're better. Let's trust me. It's not them who made that makes America strong. It's we the people that makes it strong. These politicians just use our words and our work enforcement and our military and our security that we the people did, not our politicians, claim to say, oh, just use it out of their mouths and claim to say, but we don't have to make friends with them, even though we claim to say we tried everything. You're not even trying enough. Some of these politicians don't even want to try. They just want to their only logic is just go to war. And that's what they're trying to do. They're using Biden. They were using Biden to start some sort of proxy. They started proxy wars with the president of Russia, which was invading Ukraine. And let's face it, these are very powerful people you're talking about. I'm not saying that we're nothing compared to they are, but at the moment we're looking weak right now, and that's not what we want. This is why these countries don't take us seriously anymore, because they see us as weak, because they see the president that we showed that they have cheated, that some of these very powerful people had cheated just to replace Trump at the time, and they announce it on the television, and then look, leaders have just done and then some of our enemies have just stopped respecting us at this point. Trump was the only one that did put respect to them, and he actually put them in their place and whatnot. Not saying in a very harsh way, but he did say that if they ever start something, he would take matters in his own hands, and he's not afraid of doing it. He may have not said that, but I'm just saying. There's just no need to actually go to wars. There's just no need for that. There really isn't. foreign affair. Oh yeah, and if I was president, let's just withdraw the troops from like Afghanistan, whoever that we still even have over there. That they claim to say, oh, but there's no combat wars in over there. We don't have a single troops over. Oh, but you have troops over in Ukraine. You have troops over in like South America, like that have in in South Korea, which is basically helping them train for North Korea's like North Korea's arrogance, because we want them to start something. We're just getting through our allies by provoking them. Claim to say, oh, no, we're just helping these guys out, you know? It's all about helping the ones in need. No, I know damn well that you don't give two shits about them besides only pay them to be supportive unto you. Just so eventually you guys get to go to war because they wanted to, because they are also. Oh, great, this is perfect, because then we can test our military might. Man, fuck your military might. We can still have a great military, but you have to reason that there's just no need to actually go to wars anymore. And the only reason we should is when they attack us on our American soil. Then we have every right to like fight back. And we would send all the forces that we want. But getting involved in like conflicts that's not even our concern is how we deal with violence? Is how we deal with like our enemies? Yeah, right. Okay. If it's a military, let's face it, they're done and over it. But if it's not a military, like using guerrilla warfare, then this war is going to be pointless and endless. Oh, we can send in all the troops that we want. Yeah, you send all the troops that you want, but these enemies will still keep on coming back. Oh, did we win the Vietnam War? We slightly. No, we fucking withdrawed. Oh, what? Did we win the Afghanistan war too? Oh no, we had to withdraw. Trump had to withdraw them. Yeah, because there was a pretty good damn reason that we had to. Because there was no need to after Barack Obama at the time when the Afghanistan war was happening said, oh, whoops, Osama bin Laden's actually dead. Okay, great. Is the war over? Nope, it's not over. Why are we still fighting? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, they don't want to tell you shit. Besides tell you war's good. Oh, it asserts dominance and democracy. Why? What the fuck this? Like, I'm going to say this, but what the fuck even is that? Like, is this like fucking Helldivers in real life? Where we claim to say, oh, it's for democracy and we're just attacking for the like resources. But we won't tell you we're doing for the resources. We're telling you because we're saving America. Bullshit. I know our damn politicians are just using our hard work and labor just so they can put that into making you think violence is good, but they tell you that Trump is bad. That's funny, because that's hypocrite, because they're just being hypocrites at this point. But that's all I gotta say. This video that I will post in the link in the description will explain the Trump 2025 agenda, that it's not really his doing, and I've actually predicted it. Trump is not aware of this at all. But hey, some of the Democrats want to like put that on him, and so did some of the Republicans want to put, oh yeah, we had to pay Trump. Yeah, bull fucking shit. Yeah, I know, bull fucking shit. And I even said that you gotta be careful because some of these parties they claim to say that they're represented for Trump are not for Trump. They're lying to you. They're considered maybe rhinos. Or they're actually Republicans and they claim to say, actually, I kind of regret being a Republican, so I'm just going to expose all the fake shit that they claim to say that I'm just saying. Basically in control. To say a bunch of shit. Yeah, bull fucking shit, really. It's ridiculous. But let me tell you, that's all I got to say for this part. Oh, another thing. I did mention that I would do a little more research on the Trump shooter. And it turns out, yeah, I actually did do a little reading on it. And it turns out the guy, I don't know if I keep on hearing this, but I think there's a lot more to be discovered that this guy must have been like a Taylor Swift fan. A grown-ass man, I'm not saying you shouldn't like Taylor Swift. It's your own opinion of choice of whatever music you like to listen to. I'll admit I actually don't mind a couple of Taylor Swift songs myself, like Cruel Summer and Don't... And I'm not going to suggest Shake It Off. That is overplayed. It was garbage. It is garbage. But Cruel Summer is not that bad. I don't know why I'm singing that, but I don't listen to it all the time. It's just like it's a pretty good song. But besides the point, they're suggesting that a Taylor Swift fan got upset because of, had like a very strong belief that like because of Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. And if I was president at the time, why would I care? Good for her. Oh, and then the media's gonna play it off and go, actually, did you know? It's a, oh, well, Trump, or it says, well, or he said, oh, well, this guy is actually pretty mad and whatnot because he doesn't like it how, like, other celebrities endorse him. So, we even had fucking Hulk Hogan endorse Trump. Is anyone complaining about that? No. Why are some of these Democrat supporters and the interviews that they control put that on him? Like, oh, he's just mad because Taylor's doing this. And they got fucking, but we got like Hulk Hogan, we got Elon Musk, we got R.F. Kennedy, is it Robert F. Kennedy? What's next? I don't know. Anyone else? I'm not surprised if it's going to be anyone famous, like any rappers. I know we had like several rappers who are in favor of Trump. Don't get me wrong. And they're getting mad because Taylor Swift, oh, he's just mad and whatnot. Yeah, it turns out that my point might be proven, that if this guy was a Taylor Swift fan because he actually is a Democrat supporter as well. Not saying some Democrats are supporter. I'm not saying some Republicans are all bad. I'm just saying that if this guy is a Taylor Swift fan just because he's a Democrat as well, just because he just saw as like Trump is like a very evil side because the Democrats could say that he is, probably went out and wanted to try to kill him. And I'm not surprised, really. And they're trying to pinpoint that out. Oh, but he's a Trump supporter, actually. He's a Trump supporter trying to kill another Trump supporter. I'm not saying it's possible, but why would that be the logic of it now? They've been saying that for like the Pennsylvania rally shooter. Oh, he's actually a Republican or a conservative? I don't understand that. Like, how do they claim to say, oh, conservative Republicans, they're both the same thing, but then they act like they're two different, like, political people, which is ridiculous. Oh, one side opposes guns and whatnot. Okay, but the guy, if you claim to say the guy was a conservative, is what I heard from at the time, but he uses a gun instead of being against it, if that's what they claim to say conservatives are and whatnot. Ridiculous. Very ridiculous. At this point, I know that some of them that are encouraging hate on some of the Democrats, I'm going to say this, you're going to get jailed. Because if you're encouraging violence, that's hate speech. Oh, I wonder who also encouraged hate speech. Hitler. When he claimed to say, oh, it's the Jews, it's bad. Oh, and it sounds kind of no different than what, like, some of the brainwashed politicians claim to say, like, which are, oh, he's a dictator, he's gonna ruin this country, he's gonna take away your rights and then do all this and whatever that's gonna inflict violence into your minds, claiming you think, like, you need to stand up and fight, invoking a second civil war. So for some of these politicians are claiming, you're getting jailed. Okay, because that is encouraging hate. And I don't care if they claim to say, oh, but that's just words coming out of their mouth. Even if it was live on air, they should have not said that. Some of them should not say it. I don't care if some of these Republicans claim to say that they do the same thing, which I have known some Republicans. You're getting jailed too, pal. Like, this is not the time you should be provoking violence. You should be uniting the people and encouraging, and I don't know. You should be uniting the people. I was about to say, like, oh, and go support it, but what are the odds of that? You're still going to be divided. You're still, like, asking me to be divided and, like, vote for this party because of this many reasons. Give me a break. But if you gotta be careful with some of these politicians that they're running for, claiming to say, like, oh, if the left wants to be as violent, this for a Republican I'm talking about, he should have gone to jail. I don't care if, like, some of the left claims to say, oh, Kamala for a damn start, she's, like, talking about, like, oh, Trump's gonna be a dictator. It says, oh, it's the 2025 agenda, and her political ad says so as well. And I'm not gonna believe that bullshit because they've been repeating the same thing. You got nothing else to say. What else are they gonna say? Oh, Trump's a criminal. Oh, well, it's not like we heard that before. He's gonna ruin this country. Oh, where did I hear that before? Oh, that obviously wasn't a time when Trump was running before he became president. Don't get me wrong. Ridiculous. But other than that, yeah, that's all I gotta say for one of the parts. So for this video today, I'm just saying I'm a little more happier because my point was actually proven. Almost. I don't know if that guy really entirely agree with. I don't know if I'm like really implied that the guy is actually stating a fact in this video, but this guy seems very familiar. I know for some of you may or may have not noticed this. But that, go watch his like videos, go subscribe to him. And for myself, don't even bother subscribing. I just, how do I say this? Want your guys' attention. I mean, I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying you want to stick around and watch. I know for some of us who don't really want to waste the time doing that, which I understand. And I'm going to keep on saying this almost every time in these videos. That I do this is because our world is almost in a state, it's in a state of crisis, and someone needs to say something about this. Some individuals just need to speak up and say, this is stupid. This is wrong. Why are we still living on the same cycle as we always did before? Why are we? Oh. But of course, not a lot of voices are heard. It's either that we're being censored, some of us are being censored, because they claim to, that's hate speech. Or unless it is really hate speech. But I'm not encouraging violence. All I'm saying is that if our politicians keep on playing that, I won't do anything about it. It's the other people that will. I have no control of what other people do. So if some of these people claim to say that our government is corrupt, and want the people that are running this government and representing the country by getting through the president and controlling them and whatnot, are just playing the same thing over and over, and we're fed up as we the people because of what they keep on doing, and every time they do this, they're going to take matters in their own hands. These politicians don't even want that. Oh, but they want you to. Oh, I bet they're really encouraging you. They're really nudging it on. How do I say this? They keep on saying it. Like, they keep on saying this kinds of stuff. Like, they act like, oh, but we're just going to weaponize the party and make you think that it's them anyway. Well, I know damn well myself that is just completely bullshit. I know the lies that they're just doing to each other, just trying to make you vote and act like it's going to be a left and right thing and whatnot, making you think like, oh, if you vote for this side, you know what you're voting for is right. If you vote for this other side, you know exactly what you're voting for is right. It's the same thing. It's no different. And I will keep on saying Trump is different because he's a businessman. He's not easily controlled. And then that's what pissed off a lot of very powerful people because they couldn't get him in line. He exposed almost, like, before he even ran as president to begin with, he even exactly said that there was time, debating with Barack Obama and then Hillary Clinton, that he exposed, like, what politicians even do and whatnot, that they use the exact same, like, tax reservation or whatever, systematic and whatnot. He actually exposed that and whatnot. And that's unfortunate because they just sit there acting like, oh, dumbfounded, and acting like Trump is like crazy, whatever. No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not what they said, of course. They're just like looking at, pretending like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, Trump. Get out of here. And then, guess what? After a few months after that, he became president. Because he's truthful, he's honest. But unfortunately, he admitted to it. Don't get me wrong. But unfortunately, if they're going to try to get him for that, then that's very hypocrite. Like, that is a very hypocrite move to pull for some of these very powerful people who are going to say, actually, we're going to charge Trump because of what you just said back in the early years. Cool. You going to count yourself too? Oh, well, you don't have any proof. Sorry. He openly admitted that while everybody else was sitting there quiet. Yeah, because he literally admitted that some of these politicians are bullshitting. Barack Obama was bullshitting. Hillary Clinton was bullshitting. Biden was bullshitting. Bush was bullshitting. Bill Clinton was bullshitting. Oh, forgot to add, like, Kamala Harris, it's next too. So she's also fucking bullshit. Ridiculous. But other than that, that's all I gotta say for this video. And thank you so much for just you guys. Because so far, we have over 210 views. That's a lot, because I did say that before, that we reached over 200 and whatnot, or have lots completely count, but that is remarkable. Sooner or later, as I keep up progressing with other videos, those views will increase over time. It will increase. It's gonna give me months and years, and I might actually have breaks from there and there. But that's all I really want for you guys, to like actually have some common sense. Do your own research. Do not just rely on me and what I just say half the time. Even though some of you could agree and whatnot. But you have to understand, why do you agree? Does it just seem like the truth to you? Or you just actually, some of you already know that, hey, I've been doing a lot of research, kind of like you do it. You're one of those people that I actually draw attention to it. If you are one of those people, then that's good for you. But if for somebody who just completely agree that of what I just said because it sounds logical or makes sense, then you kind of need to step back and do a little research. As someone that is happy that some of you are watching this, I just prefer some of you just do your own research on why you think like that. Am I telling the truth? Am I wrong and whatnot? And I can admit, I'm not probably all wrong. I'm not probably all right or wrong for what I say. But you'll never know. You'll never. I could say one false thing, and then when I become too famous, and so you claim to say, oh, but he's told the truth. How? You wouldn't know that, because sometimes as a supporter, we even forget, like, sometimes of, like, what we even do as, like, research, as, like, people who should just do our research and, like, join on party that we want to support. Let's say for Democrats. For someone who wants Trump to win, I even know that some of the Republican supporters who are for Trump are not always bright-minded. Sometimes some of them are not very bright-minded. They're not. They just see what's on television. We need to understand that you need to just stay away from the television and just kind of do your own research a little bit. So you claim to say, like, oh, but I also watch the news, but somehow, like, this is something that it seems very truthful and whatnot. I watch news, so it's even, I mean, I'm not telling you to just stay away from the news, even though it made it sound like that, but no, I mean, you could still keep on doing that. It's just like, someone's going to prove you wrong, and someone's going to prove you wrong, and then it's just going to make you sound dumb, because you rely on what the TV says. Sorry, I'm a little stuffy today, as I haven't told you guys already. But other than that, but yeah, just do your own research and whatnot. Oh yeah, I know for some of you who have already noticed, like, every time I like bring a coffee, and there's some who are like, do you ever like drink the coffee? Every time we see you pick it up and put it down. Some of you may not think that, but I think it's hilarious how, like, I've noticed that every time I watch my own videos. You know, that's actually something I don't really say to you guys. I actually watch back at the videos, and I learn from it. I actually learn a little bit from it every time I post something. Every time I actually, like, go on to this video, like how some of you are watching right now, and actually just go back to, like, say, well, does this seem right? Does this seem wrong? And whatnot. And turns out that sometimes I like to disagree with myself, and sometimes I just tell myself, I do have some fair points to myself, but that doesn't have to apply to everyone, right? Doesn't mean that I say that I'm not, I'm right sometimes. Doesn't mean that everybody else has to agree and whatnot. But other than that, that's all I gotta say for this video. Yeah, you know, Trump 2025, I will post a video down in the description, and it is very much possible, but maybe, just maybe, I'm not too sure if I want to do this. It all depends on how I'm feeling. That I will post YouTube shorts on my channel. Because I might do it. I might do it just to see, like, if it'll ever raise some sort of, like, awareness for my channel. I'm not looking for subscribers, like I said. I don't really care about the views. It's just that maybe, just give it a shot just in case. But if it doesn't end out well, then I'll just go back to just making videos like this. I'd be more happy just talking about than doing stuff like this. I mean, so far that stuff like this has got me over 210 views in total. I'm not asking to like, oh, I'm not expecting for some of you just like give me like 1 billion in a day or 1 million or whatever number what you think that some of you think that I'm expecting. But no, I know I'm not going to start off great and big. Not expecting that at all. I'm just saying that over time that I'm going to be a little more noticeable, and that's all due to you guys. It really is. What do you think I would have just done here? Like, if you really think I would have just post videos like this and not post out in a community somewhere where I'm actually getting noticed? No, it's actually you, the people, that do that, to help others get recognized. Other people like me who are starting off small. You know, I actually want to do a few call outs like Applocky the Head, King Frank. Those are the only few people I've noticed so far, but I don't know if King Frank had actually seen this video, like seen my last video, but that's okay. I'm not expecting it to. But if you don't know what I'm talking about King Frank. I'm talking about King Frank's second Civil War topic, which I completely agree with them, which I do. But that's just besides the point. So thank you to everyone else, and I will still thank you, Applocky the Head, for the first one to actually respond. And so far, I've noticed when I mentioned about some people should subscribe to you and to others. I've noticed that you have over 19 views over videos no videos. But I'll have to take a look back at your channel somewhat today and see if that has ever changed. But the last time I checked, it was over 19 subscribers, and that is good. Everyone is like looking after each other, subscribing to one another, and I'm asking you to subscribe to me. I have over 1 subscriber so far, and I'm completely fine. It's just like, you know, I didn't really say I want it, but I'm flattered that you would do that. I mean, you could always just look me up anyway. It's not like, well, I understand that for a YouTube thing, that if you want to know my next video, then there goes your notification bell. I know I've been rambling about a lot. That's just something. But I do want to say thank you guys for some of you who are watching this, and you know, stay strong, stay healthy, stay smart, stay curious, all those kinds of things. And I will be back with other videos and whatnot, so if anything comes up, I'll make a response about it. I still not have gotten a response to Destiny. I will keep on saying that. Well, maybe not every time, but am I expecting him to? No. Even though I clearly see him with like other stuff, like other videos that he's posted that it's recently been posted. I understand he doesn't want to waste any time with me, and then you know that's okay. You know, I just want to at least like have a debate with someone, really, about this kind of stuff. Because I've been talking about this stuff all the time, but does anyone want to debate with me? Does anybody want to? Or do you just know that, like, I'm just one of those people who recognize the right and wrong in our party, but Destiny only wants to debate with people who are just wrong and not just acknowledge the wrong in their own political party? Which I have said that before you join in a group, you should do at least a little bit of research. That is your group all good? Is your group all bad? We'll just say a Black Lives Matter one. Like, let's say they currently still do that and whatnot. You have to understand why Black Lives Matter is even a thing. Which I understand there's some tyrannical cops that are just like plain corrupt. But you understand, what about other people? Could other people join? No, they cannot join. Why? Why can they join you and have the same opinion in your movement? Because it's only for black people. That's racist. You are blocking out colored people. No, we even had like colored people in our group. But still, the representation of it is just Black Lives. Black Lives Matter. You're not saying that everyone matters? I understand this. I understand that some of these people will claim to say that it's just, well, that doesn't. So, well, I think Black Lives shouldn't hurt because look at every. Well, what about Iran or China? What's going on with them? Like, how come Chinese citizens in China are being treated like shit. Oh, they don't matter, guys, because that's their problem, not ours. Oh, so I suppose the one in our country, it has to matter, and not everywhere else. Bullshit. You're basically saying, let's matter on one race, and that is final. And whatnot. The way that you just labeled it and whatnot. That's racist. Like, you should only acknowledge the, like, party that you recognize, and if you don't, then you're considered one of them. So one of those people who are, like, who are racist and whatnot. Basically, those people who claim to say, but white people are racist. You're a hypocrite, because you're also racist. You don't want to allow anyone else. And some of these people claim to say, but all cops are like that. Not all cops are like that. I've met some pretty nice cops. You just got to know which ones are good and bad. If the ones that are bad, they're just like abusing it, then you know it's bad. But the ones that are just doing their job and just like going on with their day, pulling over somebody for speeding, that's a good cop. Because it all depends on where you are. If you are only allowed to do a 30 or 50, depending on where you are. And if you're going over ahead of those numbers, then they have a right to pull you over because you're speeding. But that's unfortunate because, I mean, this goes for anything. Republicans, Democrats, Hamas, Black Lives Matter, neo-Nazis, whatever group you want to support, militias, and whatnot. But other than that, that's all I got to say for this video. I've been ranting about this kind of like a lot of random things recently, but thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.